All right. The high priest and the shaman. Well, basically, when you start ascending, you're gonna first go through the underworld. You meet Lilith or whatever. You probably ain't gonna just meet all of these like I just said or see the underworld. You're just gonna change. A lot of people can't see, we're just a genetic line of seers. So those who can't see, they just start changing. These changes are so drastic that it becomes life changes event, and a lot of people get out of their life and they feel different about different people real fast and they isolate themselves. Well, they call these as the attack of the elements. They sent by the gods to cleanse your ass. So once you get this cleansing coming over you, you going to question everything, question your friends, and also realize that everything you thought was true was not real. Your loved ones ain't really your loved ones. They just agree with you as long as you agree with them. So once you separate yourself from all of them and see that everybody's living under one social construct, you start reconstructing yourself different, separating yourself from the soulless, or what we call mindless ones. Because if you stay with them, you're going to stay unconscious. So you don't want to stay unconscious because you're learning now how to be conscious. Once this elementals come over you, it's the beginning of your awakening. But if you go hang out with them too much or really start socializing like you usually do, you're going to relapse, and then you're going to be able to awaken. Then it turns into aggression, stress, anxiety, fear, and you just be a pain in the ass, put it like that. So you have to separate yourself for those reasons, because they're going to question you, why, what's wrong with you? And then you're going to be having weird experiences that you can't talk to them about it, because they're going to classify you as some type of mental patient or something is irregular about you. So you have to keep to yourself. And so it get kind of weird that you're hanging out with people or just around people that you're always listening to, but you can't express yourself back to. So it's good to isolate yourself and then find soulmates like yourself or people who are going through the same experiences, so that they could even share the same events with you or experiences, because it's a bunch of us and we all having the same conscious awakening, and we all share the same consciousness. And so all the events, instructions, everything we're going to experience, we all share it on the whole. So with that in mind, then it's like you find those type of people, you're all right, get amongst your own kind. But if you go around people and you're trying to change them, convert them, and they're into different things than you, then it's not going to work out. You're going to come across a lot of opposition. And so with that, it's just going to wind up taking away from what you have to do. It's good, but you're not ready yet. You're still a baby. Because the fact that you're still a baby, you have to first learn what you have to do to be able to conquer these things. And so you got people who've been doing it for over 1,000 years, crushing the so-called movement, the awakening. And so they've mastered it. And now they don't have to do it. They govern within their own family. Every family got their governor and their police that will tell on you, that will stop you, that will oppose you. So once you realize this, it's the separation that gives you the ability to grow. It's like a tree that you take out of the wild and you separate it and put it by itself. And nature have a way of quickening the process once it's isolated by itself, and its growing evolution winds up growing faster than those that grew all together. So that's the alchemy that you have to go through. It gets lonely, and you're going to see it's kind of trippy too, because it's an inner experience and you will be feeling things. A lot of your mind is going to be challenged, so you might think things that it's not right at first or it's not true, but then eventually everything will add up at the end. It's like chapters. Every level you go through is a new chapter of yourself, and you're unfolding at a very rapid pace, faster than the speed of light. So you go through perceptions fast and you learn new ones. The thing is, don't cling to no beliefs, learn it. But learn it for information, not learn it to stand on. You're just you on a journey. This is a never-ending journey, and you can't really stop to establish a belief system, make it a foundation, and live within the confines of that. That would be wrong. You just took yourself off your journey of knowledge, wisdom, learning. Sometimes learning involves negative aspects of it for it to become a positive aspect. So look at it like surgery. When people first started operating on things, they didn't know what they was doing. They wanted to see, so they started off with dead people or frogs or whatever. But eventually they moved on and tried these things. A lot of them, they fucked up and killed people. But from them fucking up and killing people, they learned. You understand what I'm saying? So learning is a process of fucking up. If you didn't fuck up, you can't learn. You gotta understand that. That's the process. So you can't be afraid or ashamed or shy all that shit, because you're gonna fuck up. And if you think you're gonna be ashamed to fuck up or shy to fuck up, then don't come outside. Don't get out your bed. It's a part of life. You have to learn first. And so that's the soul ascension. Once you start learning these things and you isolate yourself, you'll see that you're gonna get these intuitions, these thoughts, these premonitions coming down to you. All of these now is part of your soul journey, and you have to, yes, brother, and you have to be able to isolate yourself to get the data, it's downloads. Get all your downloads. Once you get your downloads, then you have to go research them. That's when you go to YouTube. That's when you start looking in books. But you don't go to YouTube first, or look in books first, because what are you looking for? What are you searching for? You just believing what somebody's telling you? You have to have some type of concept, some type of idea, reference point. This reference point is these things talking to you, you being by yourself, the isolation. All of a sudden, ancestors' voice is going to come into you. Some people even astral project and go places and see things and got symbols and images to actually go and look up. So all of this is the start of your soul awakening. Once you're able to align yourself with these things, you're going to see that you are that which they're showing you these symbols of. You are that intuition that you're hearing. Unite your actual physical with it and move in unison with it. So your mind becomes one with your body, and you act in accord to where your destiny leads you. That's the law of attraction and willing, you understand? So with that now, you're able to structure your life not in a artificial intelligence where you have it in an organic, natural way with the cause and flow of nature. See, because that's the only opposing force, the nature of yourself, the nature of your spirit, the nature of the earth. We have to be in unison with it. That's called synchronicity. We're all different, and we're looking at tribes and species, but we are part of one human race. You know what I'm saying? It's like animals. Everybody, all the animals is animals, but you can't put a lion with a zebra. The lion will eat the zebra. So the lion is over here, the zebra is over there. We all love each other, but we can't be in each other's face like that. So you got to understand how nature works and what I mean by that. So once you align yourself with your nature, your Merkaba, because your Merkaba might not be like my Merkaba. I could say things probably I could get away with, while to you say it would be sinning against your own Merkaba or sinning against somebody else. So you got to know your own commandments. Your Merkaba is your commandments. You understand? It could build or it could break. You understand? You get diseases when you fuck up your commandments. Meaning, if somebody if you violate somebody, then that violation you did to them, your Merkaba takes away that protection from you too. So after a long period of time, you wind up having no Merkaba, no protection. So it's good to keep and live by the laws, because do unto others as others do unto you really mean that your magnetic field is equal to that person's magnetic field. Yes, so it's like your Merkaba is equal to everybody else's Merkaba, but like once you interact with people, y'all lock in together under one bubble. Your Merkaba becomes one now. It's not separated, and it depends on the type of energy sequence that's going on here, the type of would you say interaction y'all two having. Now say if that person is under stress, duress, not feeling good, what happens is your Merkaba is going to feed her your energy. It's a natural cause, your nafesh, your life force. It goes to her now. That person needs it. You understand? Cats even do that. When you're sick or you're down, the cat come around you and rub around your leg. He's giving you his life energy. So that's what we do naturally. But now, if this person is like a thief, it's called energy vampire, succubus. They create situations for you to want to give them their energy, so they go around stealing energy because they like a drug addict that love that, endorphin, and so they create situations that their people always feeling sorry for them. So you have to be able to understand the difference between the frequencies of communication, so you won't get caught up in something that you keep getting your energy sucked away from you. And you could also walk away neutrally with your energy still the same as you came in by understanding these. A regular conversation leads to that. You have a regular conversation, y'all walk away. It's when you start feeling not good about yourself, like you partake in conversations that's fake. Them fake conversations take away energy from you. So you got to stop with the fake conversation and be real with what you feel inside. Tell them the truth and get energy. You're always going to be a struggle back and forth for energies. Whoever tells the most truth gets the energy. So I want you to understand that. So when you interact with these peoples, you know how to take care of your karma. Your macabre. And it's also for empaths, it's very important, because of your attitude and you don't carry yourself in a positive, strong manner, your macabre is weak and is vulnerable. It's an open macabre. Anyone that empath got an open macabre. Anybody could visit you, anybody could do anything to you. But only difference is your strength and your protection is in your power, your willpower, how much you believe in yourself, because that's how gods do it. If you're insecure God or insecure, you don't belong in that world. Hello, how you doing? All right. So you have to make sure that your God power is up and you believe in yourself, and you have no insecurities, no problems inside yourself, because you have to come out here and face other gods, face other people. And if you're insecure, especially with the white people, and not saying anything about them, but you tolerate them every day. They insulting us, they putting us down. We're not in media, we're not in books, we're not great in nothing. You can't even find us, man. We have to big ourselves up. We're like in a society that it's like they care about everybody else in the society except for us. And the purpose and reason is because we created societies. We are the civilized people of these nations. But you know what? That's how it is. Just like the movie Lion King, and you got to realize that. Yes. All right. And so once you realize you're the Lion King, you go back to being on your throne and don't worry about all those stuff. That's just there for the sleepers, to keep them sleeping. It don't affect the awakened ones. And so nothing can affect the awakened ones. You got to stay awakened on your own, though. There's nothing that's going to keep you awakened. Awakening is an everyday process, like you really awaken. And so the Egyptians got a saying that the day you don't learn nothing is the day you die. So remember, awakening is learning something. You know what I'm saying? Every day learn something. All right. University of Conscious Science. One love, beloved.